Here's a harsh reality that Philadelphia 76ers fans absolutely refuse to acknowledge. Joel Embiid's days as an NBA award contender are officially over before the season even begins. The recently released 2025-26 NBA schedule just delivered the final nail in the coffin for any hopes of seeing the process return to his MVP glory. With a staggering 16 back-to-back games scheduled for Philadelphia this upcoming season, Embiid's award aspirations have been mathematically eliminated before tip-off even arrives. But here's where it gets controversial. And this is the part most casual fans completely overlook when defending their franchise cornerstone. Embiid has publicly committed to never participating in back-to-back contests again. A decision that automatically guarantees 16 missed games right off the bat. For those keeping track at home, NBA regulations require players to appear in a minimum of 65 games to qualify for any major individual honors, including MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or all NBA team selections. Do the math, and you'll discover that Embiid can afford to miss exactly one additional game throughout the entire 82-game campaign. Anyone who has followed the seven-time All-Star's career knows this scenario is laughably unrealistic, given his extensive injury history and ongoing health management concerns. Last season painted a grim picture of what Philadelphia can expect moving forward. The former MVP managed to suit up for merely 19 contests, spending more time in street clothes than on the basketball court. His massive contract extension, which seemed like a celebration just months ago, now appears increasingly problematic with each passing day, as the franchise grapples with paying superstar money for part-time production. And this is the part most people miss when analyzing Embiid's situation. At 31 years old, he's not dealing with typical wear and tear issues that veteran players usually manage effectively. Instead, he's battling a pattern of recurring health problems that show no signs of improvement, raising serious questions about his long-term viability as a championship centerpiece. The league's schedule makers certainly didn't do Philadelphia any favors either. Those 16 back-to-back games tie the 76ers for the most in the entire NBA, almost as if the basketball gods are conspiring against both the franchise and their injury-prone superstar. Expect Embiid to sit out at least half of every one of these doubleheaders, effectively ending any conversation about individual accolades before Christmas arrives. Here's where the situation becomes truly depressing for long-suffering Sixers supporters. Thursday's schedule release likely marked the end of an era. Embiid captured the MVP trophy in 2023, and current projections suggest that achievement will stand as the pinnacle of his individual recognition. Under today's stricter eligibility requirements, he would have qualified for major awards only twice throughout his entire career, reaching 68 games in 2022 and 66 in 2023. The financial implications create an even bigger nightmare scenario for Philadelphia's front office. Embiid remains under contract through 2029 on a maximum salary deal, with the organization owing him an eye-watering $67.1 million in the final season. Everyone in basketball circles knows he's picking up that player option, regardless of his on-court contributions or availability. But here's where it gets controversial again. Should the 76ers have seen this coming? Philadelphia did attempt to prepare for an uncertain future by selecting VJ Edgecombe with the third overall pick in the 2025 draft, adding another promising young talent to their developing core. While Embiid and fellow superstar Paul George may never regain their peak physical condition, the franchise can lean on three exciting guards moving forward. They're banking on Tyrese Maxey taking another significant developmental leap this season, while Jared McCain builds upon an impressive rookie campaign. Edgecombe represents their third young piece to cultivate, even if their veteran superstars never return to their previous forms. The harsh truth that Philadelphia must accept is simple. Forget about Embiid winning awards this season. The organization's primary focus should shift toward managing his health and keeping him available for postseason play, assuming they can even reach the playoffs first. Sixers fans understand that when their cornerstone center does take the court, he remains capable of game-changing impact. All they can do now is hope for his availability when the stakes are highest, though recent history suggests this optimism might be misplaced. Sometimes hoping against hope is all a fan base has left, but at what point does blind faith become willful ignorance? So here's my question for you. Are the Philadelphia 76ers enablers in this situation, or are they victims of circumstances beyond their control? Should Embiid face criticism for prioritizing his long-term health over team success and individual accolades? And most importantly, when does a franchise finally admit that their cornerstone player's best days are behind him? Let me know where you stand on this debate in the comments below.